Hey guys, TSW here with TGN, and in this video I'm going to be going through the raid quest Delegation. We have our warlock Abby, who's been collecting the fragments from... Now which bosses is it? It's Rylith and Bettelak and Alisrazor. They're fragments which are obtained by those three bosses, which form some sort of key, I think, which unlocks this fire portal and you can step through it, which grants access to, where's it called? I'll see in a minute when it pops up on the screen, the Anvil of Conflagration, which is where we have a 3-phase encounter, which will complete the quest Delegation. Okay, so this is phase 1. We have Harbingers of Flame, which will cast a Pyroblast. Very similar to the Alisrazor encounter. Make sure you interrupt this because it does quite a lot of damage and it would be a shame to lose somebody early on. However, as soon as these 6, Harbingers of Flame die, you are out of combat for I think about 20 to 30 seconds. So if somebody did die, there's plenty of time for you to res them, to drink, get your mana back. And if someone's died and you can't res them, they can run into the instance entrance. You can get a summon stone and summon them back in. So that's really cool. This is like the transition phase. You actually have unlimited time here, I believe, because you're waiting on, well, in our case, Abby, our warlock, who's been allocated for Dragonwrath, the legendary staff, to actually run into the center. And I don't know what he's doing there, but triggering the next phase, which is the Tormented Protector. So presumably this NPC is protecting the staff, somebody from Nordrassil most likely, as that's where a lot of the quest is focused. Basically what you want to do here is get, well, what we were trying to do is get the majority of the raid against the wall, because what he'll do is root everyone like he's done now, and then as soon as he's rooted everyone, he'll cast a stomp. Now anyone who isn't rooted will have a will suffer from a knockback effect. And you might think, yeah, knockback effect, but did you just see then about 4 people get catapulted 1,000 yards, I kid you not, away? So instant dead. They get pinged right off. You can see them on the map, right off out of the zone pretty much. So basically, don't dispel the roots. The Tormented Protector will always cast his root effect just before the stomp, so it's really easy to avoid getting knocked back. However, if there's anyone in your raid that you don't like, maybe the person who's been causing all those wipes in your raid, give them a little bit of a dispel on their root effect and watch them get pinged back. It's really fun. Also, the ranged have these burning treants to compete with. What they'll do is, as you can see, slowly walk towards the raid. They'll do pulsating AoE damage. Just make sure they're killed before they get into the raid, or else you may suffer some deaths. But like I said before, you are able to get out of combat between phases. You can res, you can drink, you can do all that cool stuff. And here he is doing the Blazing Stomp. We all have the root effect, so none of us get pinged back. Happy days for all of us. Generally speaking, what you want to try and do is tank him against the wall. So if anyone is pinged back, they can just stand next to the wall. And I think that might mean that when you knock back, you don't get pinged like out the zone. You just get pinged against the wall. I'm not really sure if that worked. I think that was our intention, but we didn't do that at all. But this is a one-shot by us, our first attempt, which I think is how it should be. It was quite a fun encounter. I definitely enjoyed myself, and as a quest raid encounter, I think that's how it should be. It should be entertaining. And you definitely shouldn't be wiping on it, like 10 times in a row, like a progression raid, because that would just suck all the fun out of it, I suppose. And here we are in phase 3 with Vulcanus. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really tend to see warlocks tanking. I think I can safely say that, but even more so, warlocks in tree form tanking. But yeah, that's the case in this 3rd phase of this Delegation quest encounter. We have Abby, our warlock, in tree form, and he's tanking Vulcanus. And basically what he'll do is very similar to Bethtalak's Phase 3 ability. He'll do AoE, and over time he'll get stacks, increasing his AoE, and basically what you've got to do is kill him off before his AoE stacks so high that it's unhealable and your raid quite simply die. Also, our Warlock gets a buff increasing his damage by, I think, 100%, so he's top on damage, and also aggro being tanking, but I think his damage is reduced as well. I don't know, loads of buffs are going on our Warlock here, and it's, I don't know, it's a really fun encounter. We all had fun on Ven, you know, lots of shouting and lots of laughs, and joking that Abby's first time he's top on damage meter. But yeah, it was a really fun encounter. Also, I think in Raid there's a random debuff that gets applied to somebody and it stacks, and I'm not sure if it does damage or not. I can't really confirm because I'm recording this early in the morning, so no one's online to really ask. But what you have to do, I believe, is to, you know, the moving fire from the floor. What you got to do is stand in that, take a tick of it, and it'll get rid of your debuff, I think. And that's it. That's Delegation, the raid quest for Dragonwrath, the legendary staff. It's, I think, like 2/3 of the way down in the quests, but there's still a long way to go for us yet to get our first Dragonwrath. Now, I don't know, there's loads of fire coming out of the staff in the middle, and this is, I believe, what is it he gets here? He's going to pick it up in the middle, and I'll see what the actual item's called. It is called Branch of Nordrasil. This is a quest item which later can be handed in for the epic version of the staff. And then after killing loads of the bosses, you get 1,000 items. I can't remember what the item's called off the top of my head at the moment, but you need to kill loads and loads of bosses. It's very similar to the shards in ICC for Shadowmourne. And then you have your epic staff, pretty much. So yeah, that's it. If you want to check out any more of my videos, you can check out my personal channel in the description. There'll be a link there. I've been TSW with TGN. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers, bye.